Well, welcome to your daily tarot card reading. I am Michelle from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation. This is your daily tarot card reading. Daily tarot card readings are general readings for all zodiac signs. If you want sign-specific readings, please head over to my premier channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, where I do energy messages and week-ahead readings for, all of the 12 zodiac signs. And Capricorn, Pisces, and Aquarius, you are up. Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius, you have been up since yesterday. So, and who is coming tomorrow? Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, baby. Yeah, I have a regular release schedule. So this, however, is a general reading. It's not a question and answer. If you're looking for question and answer live chats, I do those over on Born Without Boundaries too, about once a week for the general public. And then members get members exclusive live chats with me where they can bring their tarot card questions to me at any time, every week. Multiple times a week for some memberships. So what's up, Earl? What's up, Aries sun? Yeah, what are you talking about? General finances, career path. What are you asking? This is a general reading. Hey, Alana. This is a general reading. I just said it. Just said it. I think that's why you're feeling a little bit of irritation, as I just said it. That this is a general reading. It is not a question and answer session. So not really sure what people are thinking. All right. So good morning. Let's get into where is the moon? Where is the moon? Where are we? We're Wednesday, right? Yeah. I feel like it's March 23rd. Okay, we're good. March 23rd, the color is yellow, and today is a day of harvest. So it's a day to receive and allow yourself to learn, absorb, relax a little bit, though it's not necessarily relaxing, right? It's just like, it's almost like allowing. This is a good day for allowing, and to see where the universe leads, right? 2 days before, it was days of planting. So planting is where you take the initiative, and then days of harvest are days where you allow the universe to guide you and take initiative. So the color of the day is yellow. And Sagittarius is where the moon is. Yeah, I've been doing this series over on Born Without Boundaries. Good morning, Marco. Hey, Shah. What's up, Jennifer? You did just, I hit send. Oh, your apology accepted totally, completely. And happy Aries season. For Aries season, I'm doing this special thing over for my members over on Born Without Boundaries, and that is get into your body. Raise your vibrations in the ways that it's best for each season. The best way to raise your vibration in Aries season is to get into your body, get out of your head and get into your fucking body. Get into that body and allow it to really purge all that wasteful, rotting energy. Get into your body. So I'll be taking doing different kind of videos where I am exercising. I just did a yoga one today. All throughout Aries season, we're going to be doing that together. So sometimes they're like 7 or 8 minutes exercise sessions. Hey, Yvette. Sometimes they're I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll take one out with you guys when I'm walking kisses, because that's a great way to get into your body too. Just go out for a walk. I mean, it doesn't have to be stuff that is complicated. Walking is one of the best exercises that you can do. Aries season, you usually need to generate a little bit more energy, right? So you want to break a sweat in Aries season. So maybe you want to do a jog walk type of thing, or maybe do some, what do you call them? Plyometrics as you're walking. It's nice to break a sweat during Aries season. It just helps you to focus the energy really well and kind of train yourself and raise your vibration and make yourself healthier. So Holy shit, Marco. That's a great idea. Jump rope is a great idea, and it's an exceptional exercise. And I used to love to do that shit when I was a little girl. I used to jump rope like crazy. And it's a hell of a lot harder when you're an adult. But it is a great exercise. I got to pull out my jump rope. That's a good suggestion. Jumping rope is a lot of fun and it's very challenging. So yeah, I'm going to be doing different stuff like that. So check out the Unbound membership over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, because there are different ways to really celebrate where the sun is. Aries season is get into your body. What should we do for Taurus season? That'd be a good question. What should we do for Taurus season? Maybe I'll take y'all motherfuckers shopping with me. Hey! Or we can learn about different kinds of investment possibilities during Taurus season. So I fall short on that. So ultimately that might be a good thing to work on or discuss. But I really do want to keep the physical fitness going because it's just so helpful to me. It really helps me just get out of my head, because I can get so into my head and I get lost there. Okay, so let's go. I don't know what's in the cards. Let's see. This is a general reading for all zodiac signs. It's for anybody who needs to hear it, wants to hear it, is drawn to hear it. It's got no special intention other than happy birthday, Doug Denny. I just saw 6:23 on the clock. Other than really just giving us some insights for each day. Of course, the week ahead readings that I do on Born Without Boundaries are zodiac sign specific. So they focus on the zodiac sign energy, which basically analyzes not only where the houses are, which houses everything is happening in for you, because that's one way to use the chart, but also I look at where the ruling dignitaries are for each planet and what's happening to them and what all the aspects. And it's an energy reading and I use the cards to do it. So those come up every week. Those are week aheads. Remember, this is not a week ahead. This is a daily. So this energy will basically be impacting you today into tomorrow. The High Priestess and the Five of Swords, trying to balance out, make sense of, or find faith in defeat, right? How does defeat work for us? What can we learn from it? What can we understand from it? How can we find balance after a defeat? Or finding some spiritual use for defeat. We have the Emperor here. This is Aries season. This is taking action. Oh, so ultimately it's like the universe is going to try to set you up with a defeat to make you take more action and to motivate you. This could be the challenges to motivate you in Aries season. I have the Wheel of Karma here, and it came out in reverse. In reverse means that it's either bad luck, but I don't think it's bad luck. I think this is stuff that you don't have any control over. Shit's just going to happen. And what do we do with that shit that happens? We got to roll with the motherfucking punches. We have the Hermit card here, but how does it want to come out? We have the Hermit card here, which is to just keep working. Steady day by day, schedule yourself. This is day in and day out work. It's also spending some time by yourself, allowing yourself to focus on your work. And then we have Judgment. The Judgment card is the central energy, meaning that we kind of know better. We kind of know what the right choice is. We know what we're supposed to be doing. Judgment card basically tells us that we're selected, we're chosen. We're the ones like that get the good sign, or these are good stuff coming down the line. And then we have the Four of Wands, something to celebrate about, something to, it's almost like firming up or officiating your passions, okay? Maybe even coming together with people who share them. Then we have the Four of Swords. This is very solid energy. Reflection, maybe even stuff that you did in the past, remembering stuff that you used to love to do. Prince of Wands, taking action, being given the chance to do those things again. In Aries season, basically what the cards are saying is the universe is going to sort of open up an opportunity for you to actually participate in something that you used to get great amounts of joy from. We have the Chariot, and move forward. It'll help you move forward in your life. There is progress to be had here. Progress to be had here. Progress to be made here. This could also be going through Cancerian season, but considering this is just a daily, this is just a step ahead. 9 of Wands means that you're ready. You're more prepared for it now than you used to be. Any opportunity that comes to you now, you're more prepared for it. You may have messed up in the past, but the failure has helped you understand how to behave and how to do things different. So check out the Pisces reading. Pisces is major into this energy right now of, getting a do-over because now it's like they're strong enough to do it right. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So being able to be knowledgeable, being able to keep your head on straight, being able to make wise choices, being able to be objective enough to figure shit out. It also could mean that you're heading in a new direction. You're prepared now, you're ready, your battle scars have made you strong to be able to keep your calm, keep your cool. And it's because of that calm, cool, I'm prepared that you're able to figure out the right way forward. So, that's a really interesting message. All right. Dude, I'm down with that message. That's totally cool. I got Barbara Streisand's voice in my head. I can't stop. It's a good voice to have in your head, but hold your vision. There you go. There's your message from the heavens. Hold your vision. Don't give up on it. And that's what that Virgo energy is. And that's why I like the presence of the Hermit here. This sense of it ain't about anybody else. It's about you. It's about cultivate things. Remember to cultivate things. Remember to believe that they're worth cultivating. Remember to, it's about the regular participation in something. It's not about wham, bam, it happens all at once. It's about actively creating a flow by what you pay attention to and what you focus on every single day. And when you focus on it every single day, the universe is acting in the background. You don't even have to ask it. It doesn't have to know. You don't have to know anything that's going on. 100% of the time, the universe is going to keep that roll going. So what have you been focused on? Like, what have you been just committed to and putting aside time for every day? This could mean work, actual work. Hold your vision. I mean, if I had to summarize this is don't give up. Yeah, you have experienced defeats. Absolutely. Maybe you've even been down, but going into Aries season, stuff's going to start to open up for you based on your regular commitment to doing something. We have the fixed moon here to remind us of that. That is, hold your vision. Basically, you're halfway there. Don't get discouraged. It's easy to get discouraged at the halfway point because looking back looks like it's just as much different. It's just as much distance as going forward, right? But you don't have any of the rewards that you get at the end of the journey yet, right? So you're just like, well, why don't I just give up? No, because backwards isn't the way to go, right? Forwards is. This is also you could take this in another way. You're on the right track, right? So somebody needs to hear this. You're on the right track. Hey, Tana, thanks for joining. Hey, Juniper, what's going on, Marianne? Hello, Holly. Oh, I'm happy that you're here too. Big changes at work. I need to focus on your goal. Very good. Yeah. It's tough to not like the 9 to 5 is a big part of our life. But you know what? Somebody did me a big favor one time, and she pointed out something to me that I, didn't. That is hard to notice. So 9 to 5s. Let's get a calculator. Let's do this. Okay. We're going to run through it. For those of you who are really getting bogged down by the 9 to 5, there are 24 hours in a day. Okay, 9 to 5, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8 hours. 8 hours. Usually it's 8 to 5. You're there for 9 hours, right? But you got an hour off. So let's go with the 9. 9 times 5 days a week equals 45 hours. 45 hours a week you are in work. But there's 24 hours a day, right? And you multiply that times 5. But no, let's do it times 7. That means there are 168 hours in every week, and you only spend 45 of them in work. So you have 123 more hours every week to do what you want to do. Now, let's take that 123. Say you sleep for an average of like 7 hours a night, times 7. Sometimes 7 is 49. Okay. 123 minus 49 because you're sleeping. Now you have 74 hours in the day. You have 74 hours. You have basically 3 whole days of time that you don't have to do something with, right? Pissing and shitting don't take that much time. Eating don't take that much time. Let's face it, most of us shove our faces while we're driving, right? You have over 3 days, just over 3 days worth of time to really dedicate yourself to what do you want to do? What do you choose to do? Now, I know there's stress involved, and that's why we do the stress relievers like going drinking at the pub afterward or hanging out at the bar. And that could take up like 10 hours of our time, right? So that's still 64 hours. That's still, what is it? 2 days worth of, stuff that no. Over 2 days worth of stuff that you can do, 2.5 days, let's say, of stuff of time that you actually have, right? 64 hours. Like you could definitely take 3 college courses in that time. You could definitely take like some sort of classes in that time. You could definitely have enough time for a half hour's worth of workout 6 days a week. Right? You definitely have that time. We're so under the impression, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. But the truth is you fucking do have time. You absolutely do have time. If you actually start to realize, what the fuck am I doing with my time that I don't think I have time? What are you doing? It's a good question. It's like, do an inventory of the time that you spend on things like you would do an inventory of checking your checkbook. Because this is a good time to do that when Saturn is squared to the north and south nodes. Where am I spending my time? Because where I spend my time is where the universe really sees this is what's important to you. Okay? And that should ring a bell in your head. Because if you're not spending time on what's actually important to you, then the universe is not going to register that as important, and it's not going to bring it into your life. But when you actually start to take an inventory of your time, you start to realize, I have more time than I think I do. I have more time than I think I do. And 7 hours of sleep a night is perfectly acceptable for an adult. So even after sleep and after work, you still have so much fucking time to choose what you want to do with it. Because like I said, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, and eating does not take up that much time. And honestly, you can pee in the fucking shower, right? You can. You don't shit in the shower. That's disgusting. You can pee in the shower so you can get both those things done at the same time. You eat while you're driving. You fucking know you do, right? It's not like it takes that much goddamn time. I know that people have children, but also that's where you're investing your time, right? You're saying my children are important. My future is important. Their lives and their happiness is important. And so, the universe is going to make them successful, right? It's like, how much importance do you give to your kids? Your kids are still a choice. A lot of times, and I know how hard parenting is, but a lot of times parents forget you did choose to make yourself a parent. Nobody fucking forced you. Nobody forced you, right? So ultimately, that was your choice. You're saying, I want to do this with my time. I want to make a new human with my time. And that's why children are very karmic things. Because where you spend your time is where you build your karma. And that's what comes back to you and what ends up being the world you live in. So where do you spend your time? It's a good thing to do. And we actually have more time than we think. Emotional withdrawal. This is the card that came out. This is a sense of maybe we're losing emotional interest in something. It's something doesn't thrill us the way that it used to. Or it could just mean that we need some time alone. We need to spend some time alone today. Maybe alone working. Sorry. Maybe we need to spend some time alone working today. Just getting shit done. Looking at the details, the odds and ends of things. This is really important to do right now, because there's so much energy centralized in Pisces that it's real easy to lose your mind into dreams and fantasies. And it's that work ethic of Virgo, that opposite energy, that's actually going to help keep you on track. If you find yourself and it doesn't have to be if you find yourself not being able to focus, then draw yourself back sort of with that opposite energy of something you can do every day, right? Because Virgo is really about every day, a commitment to every day. What can I do every day? Even if it's just for a half hour a day, that's going to help to keep you in control of where your energy is flowing. And then we have a foundation and achievements. This is the home. This is where you feel good, where you feel comfortable. This is that karmic redirection of, let me get you back to what you actually really love. You've been defeated in the past, but I'm going to open up opportunities for you now in this, I don't know what it is, but in this situation or whatever it is. And I'm going to do this now because I know you're strong enough to handle it now. I know that you're not the same person that you used to be, right? We're never in the same place as we used to be. The earth isn't in the same place as it used to be. The earth is spiraling around the sun, right? As it spirals through the spiral that is the fucking Milky Way galaxy. We are constantly in motion. So you are not the same person that you used to be. And so when those opportunities start to come back or start to make themselves available to you, you can handle things in a much different way. And you'll find yourself far more suitable now than you would have been then. Anybody have any questions? Thanks for that big belly laugh. Oh, did I do that? Yeah, peeing in the shower, man. It's economical. Oh, thank you, Tana. I'm glad that you're doing them. And for 2 days straight, I couldn't move my legs correctly. I dance almost every day. I tap dance. And because I love it. It's not even exercise to me. I just love it. But after I did those exercises, I couldn't tap dance right. My legs weren't moving right because the lactic acid legitimately builds up and it starts to really kill. I couldn't even sleep comfortably. It was so painful. And that's why I knew I couldn't do those leg exercises again today. That's why I threw in a yoga. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do different leg exercises so that you guys so we don't swell again, right? 2 of those in a row is quite enough. I don't even think you're supposed to do legs 2 days in a row, right? Are you supposed to do legs and arms? You can do abs every day. I've heard you can work abs every day, but you probably shouldn't work legs every day. Probably shouldn't work arms or back. You're supposed to do a circuit, right? Something like that. I don't know how that is, but they were killing me too, Tana. They were killing me too. You're looking really fit. Me? Oh, thank you, Dana. I appreciate it. I feel fatter than I've ever been. I do. I really do. I don't, but thank you for that compliment. It's the tan. I gotta say, tans hide a lot. Why? I don't know. God, that's what I want to know. Why? Maybe the answers are coming, or maybe we figured it out. Finding out the answers. Why? That's what comes out. Why? This is learning. Maybe we're learning why, or we're getting a response. Maybe that's what it means. Maybe that's what it means. Why? Revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel love for who you truly are. And that's the damn truth. The reason why you're not being loved for who you truly are is because you're not being who you truly are. That's why. You're not being who you truly are. And if you feel like you are being who you truly are and you're constantly getting hated for it, get all those people out of your life. You'd rather be alone. Passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. What I talk about, what I tell you. Something about this, little by little, every day, working on it. And then heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. As it's trustworthy. Okay. Yay. Hey guys, what's up, Tina? Hey, Catherine. Hey, dearie. We have sweets and the moon. I think intuitively, you know, this is about indulgences. This is about vices. This is about the things that keep us distracted. And we know this already, right? Doesn't have to be sweets, but it's definitely about, it's about distraction or illusions, or what helps us keep illusions in our body, in our mind, in our lives. How have we become distracted in our lives, right? How have we become distracted in our lives? Now, the moon is about illusions. The moon could be about deception, but it's also about the art of the possible, right? The dream realm is that. It's access to the infinite. It's access to the world beyond the laws of physics. That's what it is. There are no laws of physics in the dream realm. There's no such thing. There's no time, right? There's no time. There's nothing like that. So this is really access to the infinite. And through dreams, we can have access to inspiration of what we need to build out into the three. The only way to expand the 3D world is through the dream realm. That's where it starts, because the dream realm is that direct access to the infinite. Okay. But I feel like we've been actually even distracted. In some ways, I feel like we've been distracted from our dreams. Now, dreams, what's the difference between a dream and an illusion? A dream changes things. Dreams change things because they're wrought with inspiration and motivation. Dreams are there to change what is already. Dreams give you visions beyond what is real. And so they are the active change. They're the opportunity to change. An illusion helps to preserve what is. An illusion helps to keep things from changing. Right? Think about different kinds of illusions in our lives, or different, like when we daydream, that's really just illusions. You're tricking yourself. You're sitting still. You're keeping yourself in one place. You're keeping yourself stuck. An illusion, when we form an illusion over something, like when we put makeup on our face, et cetera, it's to make people make it seem like something is going on that's not going on. And the ultimate reason is because we don't want to change what's actually going on. Now, sometimes this is good, right? Like camouflage is an illusion. Camouflage in the animal world makes you think the animal's not there. And why? So it can protect itself, so it doesn't get eaten, right? So it doesn't get attacked, so it doesn't get bullied. So it's like self-preservation. So it's not always bad, but once again, it's to avoid change so that something doesn't happen to it. That's what illusions do. Dreams are change. Dreams motivate. Dreams are all about creating a dynamic that doesn't already exist. That's what dreams are. So dreams bring in, they're an outlet or a conduit for the new, and illusions are the disguise to keep things as they are. That's the difference between dreams and illusions. So how have your illusions or delusions been getting in the way of your dreams? Because they're two different things. And this is a question to ask yourself. And the biggest illusion that we have is safety. The biggest illusion that we have is safety. And that's the biggest sort of hold up to our dreams, is this sense of, I need safety in my life. I need safety. I need to preserve. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. It's an illusion that keeps you from your dreams, safety. It's an illusion. It's an illusion that you're valuable because of certain status quos in, the 3D world. That's an illusion, because your value is really based on what you create. And if you fall to the illusion of, let me stay stuck because I'm comfortable here, comfort and safety are the grandest and most well-respected illusions on our planet, because they keep things, they preserve things, they keep things as they are. And sometimes we want to do that. But when you don't want to do that, and when you want your life to change, you have to dare to dream. And dream is change. And that's not safe, and that's not comfortable. It's dynamic. It's shifting. So that's the difference. And it's almost like our illusions, in this case, vices, have been getting in the way of our dreams. How have they been doing that? And this is the primary esoteric confrontation in this energy today, in this 24-hour period. It's hard to stay away from toxic people. It's Aries season. I mean, anger is going to be through the roof. It's Aries season. It's always tough. And the moon is in Sagittarius, which basically just burns really hot too. You're welcome, Holly. Boil lemons, awesome water. That's interesting. You're not too late, Meet the Wards, at all. Oh, okay, let's get back into the cards. What cards did I want to shuffle? I want to shuffle these, definitely. I go off into my rants, off into my tangents. I'm so glad to see people here. I'm so glad to see people here. And then we have self-worth in reverse. So it's like not realizing or recognizing your self-worth. And that's something in the past that you just didn't get. And maybe because you felt worthless, this is also an illusion, but it's based on the criteria that society sets, right? Which is illusion. It's an illusion to maintain its own status quo. So ultimately, self-worth was very diminished, which is probably why this opportunity didn't come to you back then, or why you didn't take the opportunity back then. And then we have masquerade, and this is illusion. Masquerade is an illusion. This is something being false to preserve what's underneath. So there is something being false. Let's go into what this card means exactly. I like to read this stuff to you guys because I like to read it to myself. Someone is concealing part of the truth, and it may be that you need to look beyond appearances in order to see the real picture. There is deceit involved, but you have the capacity to detect it. Use your intuition and gut instincts. If you sense that something isn't right or feels unbelievable, then you must stop and trust your feelings. Do not protect or be lured into someone's trap. Just say thank you, but no thank you. I trust my intuition and instincts. I see through appearances. I sense what is real, what is true. I sense what is true and not true. So if you have a feeling that something is going on that you don't like, investigate it, look into it a little bit deeper. Also understand where you could be lying to yourself. A lot of times we lie to ourselves when it involves other people. Oh, they really love me. They really love me, but this is a great look, though. This is a beautiful picture. Some of the most beautiful images on these cards. What a great image. Wasn't that great makeup for like Halloween or something? This is a great costume. Woo! We have, I feel brave and I am a warrior. Okay. I think courage is necessary right now. I just think it's necessary. I feel brave and I am a warrior. Courage is necessary. And fighting is necessary. Maybe even sticking up for yourself is necessary. And self-worth really happens. And I feel like this is why we're getting these opportunities now, because now you have a level of courage that you didn't have before. And it's the courage that comes with self-confidence. Because if self-worth was diminished in the past, of course you didn't see that there was opportunities where other people were trying to crowd you out. Other people were criticizing you. Right? Now you have the ability to handle the situation and not back down. I still want a why. I still want an answer to why. Where am I going to get this answer? Why? Because people are attacking you. There's an attack here. I don't know what this is. I don't like to go along with people's paranoias, but there does seem to be that there's something that you have to fight for. And so there's a fight here. Danger, meaning send out the troops. This is time for physical engagement, for defending your own rights and for protecting the valuables. It is the time to stand up to dangers looking around. Combative force may be necessary at this time. Stand your ground and don't back down. This is a hard lesson to take, but danger does appear in life and must be met and dealt with promptly. I don't know where that is and what part of our lives we're going to have to be like fighting, but we have a lot of fights here. We have a lot. So what are we fighting? Some of us could be fighting ourselves. Some of us, it's like God saying, no, you got to change now. This is your gentle warning, right? You're not going to want the tower moment. So what are we fighting right now? What are we fighting right now? 6 of Swords. 5 of Cups. We're fighting being able to move on from past disappointments. That's the biggest challenge today, is to not let past disappointments define us or what we try again. Because there have been past disappointments. We have failed in the past. But now is the time to try again. If only because we have a new sense of discipline. Especially when it comes to vices or things that are unhealthy. Prince of Swords implies you have an idea. Time to take a step forward, or time to take action or speak to somebody. Could even be talk to somebody about this. These are really important messages that are coming through. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Okay. Feel loved and comforted, Mother Earth. So this could be like caring for somebody, like Queen of Cups, kind of like really just loving somebody unconditionally, or letting them know that you're loved. They're loved unconditionally, and letting yourself be around people who make you feel this way. If you have these, feelings, if you're feeling emotional, connect with that person who loves you unconditionally. You'll know that motherfucker right away, because those people stand out. Or if you've been feeling that somebody wants to connect with you, or you've been worried about them because maybe they haven't been acting right, reach out to them. This is a good day to do it. And then we have Sacred Source. We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation. We have Archangel Metatron. I am your link between heaven and earth, between your humanity and your divinity. I am here to help you heal the conflict that exists between your heart and mind. Feel me in your heart and thoughts. Through oneness, there is love. And then we have vision. A positive outcome requires a positive vision. Visualize everyone involved in your present situation surrounded by light and love. Make sure to include yourself also. Your love has the power to influence and transform the current events. This is about putting your courage to the sticking place and standing up for what you know is right. And not letting other people, or like I said, what others want to be the illusion that keeps you from making things in the image that you know that they belong in, right? So this is a day to affirm who you are despite who you've had to be, right? And to stand up for that person. You have the strength now that you didn't used to have. Really interesting energy here. Really interesting. Connect with your emotions, feel loved and comforted. Okay. So ultimately, life may not be perfect right now. And that's okay. It's like, not that that's okay. Even in an imperfect situation, there is a reason, and perhaps more of a reason, for continuing to work on and do what is in alignment with where you actually want to be. We're halfway there. Think of that moon, that halfway point. Hold your vision. This is a precarious position. You're halfway there. You're halfway there. You're halfway there. And I don't think that this is necessarily halfway point for your life, but I think this is halfway there for something that you've been doing. So you've got to keep doing it. Despite the self-doubt and, just questioning your worth, et cetera, et cetera. This is the time to take some quiet space, cut out all the noise, and do it because you love it. That's the time. Not for the outcome, not for the profit, not for the fame or the popularity or the new position, but because you love it. And if you're active in something that you love every day, life changes for the better. So hold your vision. Hey, Michelle. Work related, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys could join me for today's reading. Thank you for showing up on Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. What's up, Wit-Twit? How are you, sweetheart? Didn't see you. Jump on. I want to say thank you, all you guys, for jumping on. Your presence is very special to me and extremely important. So thank you for sharing this moment with me. You make the live chats make these dailies special. And of course, for those of you who are watching after the fact, thank you, because the message still stands. The message still stands. And I think the talks in the chats actually just highlight, hey, Aunt Number One, I think the talks just highlight, the chats just highlight a bunch of the points that are in the reading, coming out in the readings. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for supporting each other. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.